Hello everyone, let's draw SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, we have to draw these lines. It's a rectangle, but you can see it's a little wider on the top. A rectangle for his body and the legs. You have to draw two lines in a arc and two lines for the legs and the shoe. You can see the shape of the shoe. It's a little bumpy in the front, and now I'm going to draw the part, the sponge shape of SpongeBob's body. You don't have to be exactly precise on this one because it just needs to look wrinkly like that. It has to have some waves. And I'm drawing his arm. You have to draw like that oval and the hand. There are some lines. And I'm drawing his shirt and his tie. Just need to use some lines, some straight lines, and his belt. The middle part of his belt and the other side. They're just rectangles, and on the side. After that, we have to draw the eyes and the nose. The eyes has to be circle, not perfectly round, but rather an oval that's slanted. It looks like it's a vertical standing egg. And the nose, it has to go up a little. And eyes, I'm drawing the middle part, and his eyebrows, his eyelashes, and the cheek, and the mouth, and his teeth. I'm using straight lines for the teeth. I made it too long, so I shortened it. And the part right below his teeth, you have to have like a wavy line, and I'm correcting because I think I drew the body too big, so I'm making it smaller. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to. And I'm doing the same thing over again. And okay, the face, I'm going to move it a little more to the middle and erase the parts that were left. And I'm fixing this part a little as well. Yeah, the size doesn't have to be perfect as long as it looks similar. It can be a little longer, a little shorter. Doesn't matter. And you can draw straight lines for his pants, his square pants. Actually, it's not perfectly square. We can say it's a rectangle pants. And I'm drawing the things I erased before. Same way, using straight lines. And the belt again, using straight lines. They are rectangles, very thin rectangles. I'm going to fill in the belt with black, and I'm drawing his hand again. See, you just have to draw like these lines this way, and I'm erasing the parts that is covered by the hand. Okay, I'm moving the leg because remember I shortened his height. So his leg has to follow. And okay, I merged the leg with it because it was in a different layer. And I'm going to copy that and put it on the other side of his body to make two identical legs. Or you can just draw. And I'm fixing the leg and this leg, inspecting for any errors and putting it up a little. There. And what's missing? I think the other arm is missing, so let's draw the other arm. You can do it the same way. You can just follow the sample, the reference picture. Okay, SpongeBob is getting its shape. Now I'm drawing the circles. Actually, they're ovals, kind of. Most of them are ovals. I'm slimming his face a little. You can do this too, according to which part is too long or too short. Or you can just leave it if you like it the way. And okay, now I'm using a darker pen. So I'm going to outline. I'm going to just draw on the top. It's being drawn, and I'm tracing the draft I did before on top, but I'm doing it on a different layer so I can get rid of the draft when I'm done. And if you're using pencil and paper, you can do the same thing, just draw on top with a darker color. And usually if you want to use a pen, that's another good idea. You can like draw on top of the pencil draft, and then when you're done tracing, you can erase it, and then it'll get clean, and then you can apply color if you're using paper. But if you're not, you can just get rid of the layer, like what I did in Procreate or other apps that you use that have multiple layers. So I'm almost done. I'm tracing the shoe right now. I still have to trace the face and the arm. I could have used a little thicker pen. I should have done that, but I already started with a thin pen, so I'm just doing it. But if you want, you can use a thicker pen. But it's alright, it's your choice. And there are benefits for using thinner pens too, because if you make a mistake, you can just use a thicker pen and color on top of it. Then you can't tell. So sometimes using thinner pens are better. So you should try out all these skills and see which one is better for you. Okay, I'm almost done with the face as well. I'm drawing the ovals, the marks on his face. And now let's see how it looks like when I get rid of the draft. Look, it got really clear. So I'm gonna fix, you can fix a little bit because there was a draft behind. Maybe you made little mistakes or you have like bad lines, you want to fix those. You can draw on top, then color the black parts, the belt part right now. And now I will work on the, okay, let's see what I have. What should I do first? Okay, the shoes, because they're black. I'm going to use black for the shoes. And trying to get the gray part, gray color, you can see in the shoe. And okay, seeing if there's any more things to fix. If there isn't, now I'm going to color yellow the body and his face, and his part of the leg where the socks are not there. The side of his face is almost green, right? It's really pretty when you color. Look at that. Green and yellow matches quite well, and the dots are green, darker green. The side is light green. And then getting rid of the dark lines, because if you compare, it doesn't have the black lines for the green dots on SpongeBob's face. Actually, there are holes, right? Because he's a sponge. And okay, the other holes on his face, they're a little different color, I think, or maybe it's the same. And yes, the line on his face is not black, so I'm coloring on top of it with green, right? Green or olive color. So I'm drawing on top of the black lines the olive color to match. Okay, you don't have to do it if you because you can't tell that much, but to make it look quite similar, you might want to do that. It looks prettier when you do it instead of just leaving it black. There. See, it looks a little different. Looks like it's kind of the colors turned into like that because he's inside the ocean, the water, right? The shades kind of look like ocean shades. And getting rid of the black lines again. Okay, this as well is your choice. You can do it or you can just leave it. It's your choice. If you want to just color in, leave the dark lines, you can, or you can just or you can cover it like what I'm doing to make it look more similar. And okay, I'm coloring his cheek, that part, and there's 3 dots. It looks like a face, and I'm using white to color. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Right, because the background is white, so when you're coloring white, when the background is white, to check if you're done, you can change the background, right? But of course, if you're using paper, white paper, you don't even have to color, right? You can just leave it, or you can color white. It's a little different, so it depends on your taste. But when you're using an app like this, you might want to color white, because later when you want to take this out, like if you want to like add it to other uh, art pieces that you've drawn, you can just take it out without the background, right? But if you move it around, the background disappears. And sometimes if it's like the background is white, then you can't like make multiple of them like together. You will see the background together, so you don't want to do that, right? So okay, so I'm getting all the colors. It's kind of sky blue on the side. You see, like, it's that color because he's in the water, underwater, so the shades are sky blue. So it gives like it gives more of an effect of being in the water, doesn't it? It's a little different from characters we draw that's on Earth, right? This, of course, SpongeBob isn't on Earth too, but like he's under the water, right? So yes, it's getting the original look. It's getting closer and closer. It looks really pretty now, right? And when I get rid of the background, now we can see where I didn't paint white yet, right? So these are the points that I missed out. I'm gonna paint in the teeth, and to finish off the eye, the black. Now you can't see the black, right? And the blue part of his eye. SpongeBob!